Panther volleyball player Kaylee Bundrick and teammates the best of luck today. And go Panthers from Number One Painting, your hometown painting experts. Call Jeremy Cresswell today, 864-993-8471. Interior, exterior, big or small, they paint it all, 864-993-8471.
First set over the net as the Lady Panthers will volley it back. Vikings will look to set it up here. Back set coming up to the front for Ella Atkins. She pushes it over. Latta retrieves it. Nice set over to the side. They'll get a little deep. That'll go off the hands of Atkins for the first point in game one. Latta leads 1-0.
Great job of moving already. Panthers covering the court very well. And
there's a big service over the top side there. That's going to go out. Call that an ace for Latta. 2-0 here early on in this first game of the state championship. Pretty good serve there from Latta. There's another one. Dig by Tiller. Great dig for Abbeville. And now they have a free ball. They're going to have to get it back over as Latta will set it up. Here's Madison Stevens. And I think we had a net here on Latta.
Yes.
So the Panthers will get a point, 2-1. Very close play there at the net.
Jones subs out. Leyland Yates subs in. You got Gully, Murray, and Yates on the front line now for the Panthers.
Served by Ella Atkins is dug by the Vikings. They'll set it up for their third hit. High dig gets over the net. Here's Tiller with the bump. Here's Yates coming with a spike. Dug out in the back line by Latta. Here's another tip, almost a touch. And it goes out as Abbeville leads it 2-2. Laura Murray very close there. She's got to watch reaching over the top of the net there. Got to be very careful, but Panthers have tied it up at 2 apiece. Here's the serve by Atkins. Picked up by the Vikings. They'll set it up. Little short serve that's blocked at the net by Lauren Murray. Didn't have a lot on it. Didn't need to. She put it right back down onto the court.
Yeah, threw it down right in the face of the front line there for Latta.
3-2 Lady Panthers lead here in game one. Next serve by Atkins. Gets it over. Tough dig here. Goes over at the net. Lady Vikings try to push it over. Panthers stuff it back and it goes out of bounds. Off of Latta, 4-2 Abbeville here as the Panthers being strong here, Benji, at the net early.
Lauren Murray's been a brick wall down there in front of the net so far here for the Panthers.
Another good serve by Atkins to the back line. They'll get the set in the rotation. Here's the hit. Not a lot there. Gets off the edge of Gully that time and could not retrieve it. So Latta picks up the point. And it's going to be Abbeville holding to a 4-3 lead as Stevenson will come back to Stevens for Latta will come back for the serve here. Panthers got to take advantage of her being on the back line. Serve gets over. Will be set up to the front court. Lauren Murray will push it over the top there. Not a good set there, and a mistimed jump by Latta gives the point to the Panthers as the ball goes in the net on the Latta side. 5-3 Abbeville here in game one.
It's like Gully gets the serve now for the Panthers.
Panthers in the black uniforms with the red numerals. Good serve by Gully, dug out of the ground there. Tough play as Latta will reset. They'll get it over the net. Here's a set by Atkins. Lauren Murray pushes it to the back corner. Great dig by Latta. They keep it alive, and they're going to put it back over with the dig here. Now Tiller will set it up to Byler. Here's Yates off the tip, 2 hands, and it goes out. Point Panthers.
Yates with the missile that couldn't handle it. Got in on her really, really quick. Goes off her, almost off her face, out of bounds. Panthers up 6-3.
Nice job of finishing there by Leyland Yates. She was strong the other night against Dixie. Here's the serve that gets over the net, set at the middle. Miscommunication, Latta, a little bit of confusion, and now we're going to see a timeout for the Vikings as the Panthers rush out to a 7-3 lead here in game one.
If you need light grading, stump grinding, removal, bush hogging, trenching, extreme mowing, tree, bush removal, gravel, and topsoil, 4G's Landworks is the only call to make. Locally owned and operated. Find 4G's Landworks on Facebook or call 864-378-0488 for 4G's Landworks. Main Street Methodist wants to wish their Panther seniors, Ella Atkins and Lucy Coleman, the best of luck in today's game. Main Street Methodist, 300 North Main Street in Abbeville. Services start at 10 a.m. on Sundays and 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. Hey, Small Town Smoke Company wants you to come and join them Saturday, November 15th for fresh smoked brisket, ribs, and pulled pork. We'll be in the parking lot of Cold Spring Cafe, 11 a.m. until sold out. Go Panthers from Small Town Smoke Company.
All right, Panthers will return to the court along with the Vikings. Abbeville leading 7-3 in game one here. Sarah Gully back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She gets the whistle, and here we go. Good serve. Over off the back forearm here. As Latta Vikings will keep it alive. Lady Panthers will set it up. Lauren Murray with a big spike off the hands. Latta keeps it alive. They'll come to the corner. There's a big fight. Dug by Tiller, but now they're going to say it was a net ball. And they're going to give the point to Latta there. Wow. Close play there. Feel like both of them were right on top of it, but Latta will get to benefit. That's a big swing by Aliyah Smiling. She's a talented junior for Latta. 7-4, Abbeville leads with Latta serving now as they send the ball over. Tiller will dig it out. Here comes the set from Byler. They'll push it over to the other side here. Latta will try to get another setup. Not a good delivery there. Back over to the Abbeville side. Set it to net. Lauren Murray off the hands with a big hit. And they're going to say she followed through the net. And she's going to have to be really careful there as she gets her follow through. Got to be able to turn that hand, Benji.
Tight net calls. I mean, you can't even breathe near the net. You're going to get called for it.
7-5, Abbeville leads. Serve goes over to the Lady Panthers. Here's Yates. Off the block or off the net. Actually, off the net. So that'll go to the Vikings. Vikings have rolled off 3 straight points here. They cut the lead 7-6. As they get back ready to serve again. Here is the ball over to the net. Gully will dig it out. Yates with a little tap. Tried to find the hole. Latta digs it out. Here's the set. Blocked by Lauren Murray. Back over to the Latta. They'll set it up once again. Trying to work it at the net. Try to dink it. One-handed passes there from the Lady Panthers. Latta will get another try. Here's another dink. Nice dig that time by Yates. Here's Lauren. Poked and blocked by Latta. And we got a tie ball game. 7 apiece. A lot of opportunity there for the Lady Panthers. Means you couldn't finish.
Yeah, that's been their game. They just want to keep the ball in play and make Latta make self-inflicted wounds, and it didn't happen that go-round.
Good serve by Latta as Tiller will set it up. Here's Lauren. Will knock it down. Dug out by Latta. She'll come through, and that one hits the net. That'll go to the Lady Panthers as they tried to set up Smiling on the outside. And now Lauren Murray, who's been a great server this year for the Panthers, should be on the back line here with the Panthers in an 8-7 lead. Murray will serve it, gets it over clean. Latta digs it right off their elbow there. And Stevenson, not a very good hit at all there.
That one lands about halfway up the net. Another point for the Panthers, up 9-7.
Here's a serve by Lauren Millie, dug out of the back by Latta. Nice set as they push it over to the top. Panthers moving to it. Here's Lucy with a big hit dug out of there. Lucy Coleman into the ball game for the Lady Panthers. Oh, and a very big, just a tight tap by Latta, drops it in. Panthers couldn't dig it out. Benji, I don't know how she hit that without hitting it. It just barely came off.
It's like the Panthers playing a zone right there, and it just found the opening.
9-8, Abbeville leads as Latta goes to serve here. Serve goes over. Tiller digs it off the line. Here's the set by Ballard. Tiller from the back line, and it hits it wide. Nice idea there, but it couldn't drop it in, and we're all tied again at 9 apiece.
2 evenly matched teams so far here early on in this first set.
Latta with the service. A little shallow serve. The Panthers will have a nice setup opportunity. Off the net. Dug out by Latta. They get the third hit over, and they keep it alive. There's a bump set by Atkins. Lucy hits it over, and it's going to be kept by the Vikings. They'll come back. They push it over. Dug by Tiller. Here's a deep bump here as Lucy will hit it to the deep corner. Dug out by the Vikings. Vikings are playing good now. And a soft tap. That's going to be a carry there on Stevenson. Didn't quite get enough separation there with the ball in her hand.
Yeah, you can't push the ball over the net. It's got to be a clear hit, and they call that against Latta Panthers go up 10-9 with Leyland Yates at the serve.
Yates was big in the service game against Dixie the other night. She'll get the ball over. Here's a set for Latta. They'll try to dink it over. Panthers with the opportunity here. Here's Ella Atkins blocked and goes out of bounds, and it'll go forward to Latta Vikings. Nice hit by Atkins, but the ball on the deflection went to where nobody was, Benji. And we're tied up at 10.
Yates goes out. Jones comes in on the rotation after the serve.
10-10 here in game one of the Class A state championship. Latta with the serve. They'll get it over cleanly. Dug out by Gully, but it's actually going to go over toward the crowd. Kind of went off her forearm there, and Latta with the 11-10 lead here. And the service. There's the ball. Good serve. Dug out by Jones. It's going to get over the net. Stevens hits it out. Wow, big opportunity missed for Latta, and the Panthers will take the point. 11-11, but I think her eyes got big at the open spot there, Benji.
Yeah, she tried to swing out of her shoes there instead of just getting it inside the line.
And there's a service error for the Lady Panthers. Gives it right back to Latta. And that's really the thing that the Panthers struggle with in their two losses against Dixie the other night. Had some bad service errors, and they didn't need it. Latta with a 12-11 lead here, and the service going over. Short serve, dug out by Tiller. Here's a set for Ella Atkins, and she hits it, and it stays alive somehow as they push it toward the back line. Panthers hustle, but they can't get to it. Almost close to a double hit by Latta, but no call, and they'll extend their lead to 13-11.
Yeah, it was a great kill there by Ella Atkins, but Latta somehow, some way kept it alive.
Yeah, Atkins has got to have a big game at the net, putting some balls away here. The Panthers are going to have a chance. Ball dug out by Gully. They'll set it up. Lucy Coleman will hit it over cleanly and dug by Latta. Here's Stevens. She'll push it over to the dead spot, and it cannot be handled by the Panthers. Nothing fancy from Latta. And it looks like Abbeville, Coach Wojo, is going to call a timeout, BG, with Latta with a 14-11 lead.
J. Blanding Photography. If they would love to help serve you and help grow your business with professional marketing material, all while representing you at the highest level in front of every client. Let's build your business together. Call or text J. Blanding Photography, 864-378-6340. Or go to jblanding.com. You can also find J. Blanding Photography on Facebook. Trip White at J. Blanding Photography. And G&E's Foodie Truck, if you want a food truck for your next festival or event, G&E's Foodie Truck is ready to serve you with mouth-watering smoked wings, burgers, loaded fries, and so much more. The menu rotates like a windmill, and they can accommodate most any palate. Find G&E's Foodie Truck on Facebook and Instagram.
Panthers led in game one, 7-3. Latta has roared back. They lead with their biggest lead of the game so far, 14-11 here. As both teams back on the court, Samantha Townsend, the senior, will serve it. Short line drive, gets over, dug out by Tiller. Here's Atkins with a push, dug out by Latta. At the net, one that goes out of bounds, and the Panthers will take that point, make it 14-12. Again, another little mistiming there. That's Smiling, the junior, just couldn't get a good clean hit on it.
Lucy Coleman with the serve now for the Panthers.
Coleman will deliver it. Nice serve. Set's going to be close to the net. And Stevens with a big hit, dug out by the Panthers. Off the tip by Lauren Murray. She'll hit it to the back corner. Latta will have to work to get this one set up. They'll have a free ball over to Lady Panthers. A little miscommunication there as the Panthers run into each other. Somehow they get it over the net. Latta keeps it alive as well. Here's one at the net. Well, Lauren will push it over. Dug out again by the Vikings. Another close play, and the Panthers can't read it, and it drops right by the block attempt to Lauren Murray.
This Latta team, you can tell they're very well versed defensively. They get to a lot of balls. Panthers not really making them chase many either, keeping them between the lines, and Latta's done a great job of digging them out. 15-12 Latta leads.
A little bit of a delay. Latta will serve it over. Tough serve as Tiller will set it up to Murray. She'll have to push it over. Gives the opportunity for Latta to set it up. Here's Stevens. Big hit. Panthers trying to battle back and forth. We go. Panthers with control of it. Two Lady Panthers at the net, gets blocked. Atkins will try to put it over the net. Dug out by the Vikings. They're just finding all the loose balls. Blocked by the Panthers. Dug, and it's still alive. Atkins pushes it over, and it's in. Wow, what a rally. I think the Vikings fell asleep there.
Yeah, I think that they thought that the Panthers had already hit it too many times, but the block counts. Jones goes out. Leyland Yates comes in, and Atkins with the serve now.
See if Atkins can get a roll going with the serve. She gets it over, played by Latta. They'll hit Stevens with a back spike, took a little bit off of it. Here's the set for the Lady Panthers. Murray pushes it in the hole, and nobody's home. A lot of water in that pool, and she found it.
Lack of communication there by the Vikings as that ball just lands right in between about three of the defenders. 15-14 now with Atkins at the serve.
Good serve by Ella. She'll get it over. Latta will set it up here in the middle. It'll be a free ball, a dig. Close play as Atkins will set it up. Here's Murray at the middle. Blocked. Panthers recover it. Here's Leyland Yates. A little bit of a dink. Can't get it over the net. 16-14 Latta.
Latta gets the serve again now. Panthers have the front line of Yates, Byler, and Murray. Gully, Atkins, and Tiller on the back row.
Here's Stevens with a jump serve, and that's going to go long. And that'll make it 16-15 Latta leading here.
Great instant judgment decision there by Ella Atkins, letting that one go by.
Sarah Gully back to serve for Abbeville. Nice serve as it's dug out by Latta. They'll set it up here over to the corner. Dug out by the Panthers. They'll have a chance to get it over. Murray pushes it deep. Dig by Latta. They keep it alive. Great save and a long return for a free ball. Let's see if the Panthers can put it away here. Here's the set for Yates. Gets it over, dug out again by Latta. Boy, Stevens everywhere for Latta. And there's a hit off the hands of Yates. It'll go out of bounds, but it'll be a point for Latta. Boy, Stevens just covering all the ground in the back line.
Yep, everywhere. Really, really athletic, mobile. Great lateral speed there as well.
17-15, Latta leads Abbeville here with game one. We hope everybody is tuning in. Welcome to the broadcast. Glad you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon. Here's the serve. Tough play by Abbeville, and they're not going to be able to finish it. Latta gets it. That was dug out by Gully, but it was so close to the net. Panthers really didn't have an angle on it. 18-15, largest lead matched by Latta here in this first game. Service by the Lady Vikings. Here's a set, and Panthers ran into each other. Not good spacing there. Now 19-15 lead. Panthers a little shaky here. Now good call here by Coach Wojo to get a timeout with a Latta leading 19-15.
Hey, if you're looking for a unique gift for someone, or maybe just want to spruce up a spot in your home, check out Designs by Eric. Eric New is a local artist that specializes in geometrical designs. Check out his art by looking at his Facebook page or visit Main and Maxwell Gift Shop in Greenwood. That is Designs by Eric. And hey, if you're looking for a Christ-centered church to call home, New Grace Church is holding services at the Abbeville Civic Center Sundays at 10 a.m. And go Panthers from Harris Funeral Home, serving Abbeville and surrounding areas in their time of need. Harris Funeral Home, Abbeville, and Collins Falls.
Well, again, Abbeville trying to weather the storm here. They led 7-3 in this first game. Latta battled back now with their largest lead of the game by 4, 19-15 here. And they have the service as Tisdale will be back to get it started here for Latta after the timeout. Here's the serve, deep serve, and Atkins will dig it out. Here's Byler with the set, Yates with a little dink. Tough play dug out by Latta. They'll get the back set over to Stevens, who'll hit it out of bounds. Barely missed the line beam. Panthers let that one ride there.
That was really, really close. Libero, Riley Beth Tiller goes out. Lucy Coleman comes in. So you've got Coleman, Byler, and Yates on the front line for the Panthers.
Laura Murray with a great serve. Down the line, deep dig. This could be trouble. Latta does a good job to recover. They'll get a free ball back over as Gully will dig it out. Here's Byler, Lucy Coleman at the net with a good serve off the hand of the Vikings, and the Panthers get the point, 19-17.
Coleman throwing it down right there. Goes up and just Hammer spikes it over on the near sideline.
Her body was going to the right, but the ball went all the way back to the opposite side. Here's Murray with the service here, and that one goes long. Unforced error there by the Panthers, one they didn't really need here in the late stages, as Latta now leads 20-17.
Go Panthers from Dale Dansby at Abbeville Farm Bureau. For your home, auto, or your life insurance needs, call Dale Dansby 864-378-8028.
Vikings will serve it over. A lot of ground for Byler as Lucy with a big hit down in the end. Wow.
Lucy Coleman bringing the thunder. My goodness.
20-18, Latta leads. Panthers desperately need a good service run here. Have not put a lot of points back-to-back here from the service line. That ball gets the net. Doug. Oh, and it drops over. Panthers had no chance to get it, as I don't think they thought it was going to get over. And he hits the hole right in front of Yates coming from the back line. Latta, about the third time today, Benji, they've got one of those.
Sprawled on the floor, barely got a hand up under it, and it trickles over the top of the net.
Latta serves with a 21-18 lead. Jones will dig it out. Here's Coleman with a tough play. Almost hits the net. She does hit the net, and they're going to give it to her. I thought she was able to hold off, but she barely glanced it, and as Benji said, boy, you can't sneeze on the net right now. 22-18 for Latta now, 3 points away from taking this first game in the state championship series. They'll have it and get ready to service it up here. Tiller will dig it out. Here's Byler. Atkins digs it, and nice hit by Atkins out of bounds there as it went off the Vikings, and the Panthers will keep it going here. 22-19, Latta leads.
Back and forth game here in set one of this 1A state championship game.
Served by the Lady Panthers as the Latta will set it up. Stevens with a big hit. Dug out by Tiller. Back set coming. Tiller will have to hit it from the backside. She gets it over. Play at the net. Gets right over the stretched hands of Lucy Coleman. Tiller with a dig. Here's Atkins. She'll push it over. Latta keeping it alive here. Stevens now with another chance. She'll hit it deep. Nice dig by Tiller as Atkins will try to dump it over. They're covering up the hole now. Vikings with the control. They'll push it to the back corner. Tiller will have to hit it off her arms now. Lucy Coleman get it over. Long rally here. Latta with the set. Here's Stevens with a push. Dug out by the Lady Panthers. Coleman blocked. Knocked over the net. It's kept alive somehow by Latta again as Tiller will get it on the set as they receive it. Can Coleman put it away? It's blocked. She gets it over, and it's hit out of bounds. Unbelievable.
Wow. What a rally. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Lucy Coleman gets it just out of the reach of the Viking defenders.
That ball hit every place except in the live court.
Right.
22-20 as the Panthers serve. They're trailing here to Latta. Here's the set. Stevens a little off balance. Good dig in the back by Jones. She'll set up. Here's Atkins. Can she finish it? Nice hit off the hands. Deep serve. A deep set, There's a dink goes, and it's going to be dropping in the hole. Panthers again just not able to hold on to it as it makes it 23-20 for Latta. A couple of times where, again, Latta's not really hitting it hard at the net, Benji, but they're just putting it in the right spot.
Finding the little empty hole in the zone there.
Here's the service. Nice serve dug out by Tiller, and it's going to get over into the stands, and it's going to be game point here for Latta. 24-20 to serve it out. Here's the serve by Latta. Low line drive. Great dig by Gully. Coleman pushes it over. Latta will control it. They'll try to put it away right here. They'll push it to the back. Panthers close up the hole. Here's Atkins. They need a big finish. She hits it off the hands. Pushed over by Latta. Kept alive by Tiller. Now they'll set it up here as Gully will have to push it over with a dig. Kept alive by Latta. Here's a set. Stevens with a deep punch. Off the hands. Saved by Jones. And a great save by Ella Atkins. One-handed over the net. Here's Latta with control and they hit it long. Wow.
Ella Atkins just flies through the air, one-handed, keeps the ball in play. Somehow they get it over. And then the long hit there by the Vikings. 24-21 here in set one.
24-21. Lucy Coleman back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll get it in. Dug out by Latta. Here's the set. They'll look to hit it long, and it goes out. Panthers within two. You have to win by two here if you're tied at 24. Lucy Coleman trying to get the Panthers back in it here. She'll come set. Here's the serve again. Low line drive. It goes out. Wow. Tough service error. And that'll end it here for game one as Latta takes it 25-22.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, Evie's Real Estate is built on trust and hands-on service. Evie's Real Estate also specializes in buying, fixing, and flipping houses. If you need help with or are interested in buying an older home, Evie's takes pride in giving older houses a makeover. Call Evie's Real Estate today, 864-378-9394, and go with a family that you can trust with all of your real estate needs. Jones Landscaping, commercial and residential, lawn mowing, hydro seeding, core plug aeration, landscape design, lawn protection, hedging, dethatching, yard cleanup, vegetation removal, mulching, trimming, lawn maintenance, brush removal, and so much more. Jones Landscaping. Give them a call, 864-828-1870. 864-828-1870 for Jones Landscaping.
Well, I think you could say, safe to say, Benji, that both teams definitely didn't play tight in that game.
No.
Both of them really fleshed out a lot of good rallies there, and I thought really some good plays by both teams. A couple of service errors for the Lady Panthers and a couple of net violations there really kind of made the difference. But Latta takes that first game, and here we are, kind of like the boomerang effect. Panthers drop a first game of a set here, and we'll see how they can respond.
Yeah, first set's always kind of been their thing, and then they rally back.
Yep.
But you're right, neither team looked tight. Neither team looked like the lights were too bright for them, looked like they've been here before. And this is the first trip for both programs. So kudos to those young ladies coming out here loose and fired up and ready to roll.
As we said, great crowd here on hand. Good crowd came down for Abbeville. I know it's a tough ask on a Saturday afternoon at 2:30 in downtown Columbia, but I tell you what, a lot of good Panther fans have made the trip, and Latta with a great crowd here. Very loud student section over to the left of us here, and they got fans on both sides. Quite not the same as what that environment was when we watched the River Bluff Dorman game right before this.
Yeah, well, that was a great game. I mean, that was a great game.
River Bluff falling to Dorman, and Dorman with a three-peat in the other 5A matchup here. Also, Philip Simmons defeated Landrum in the 2A state champion.
3 sets.
3-0, and that was Philip Simmons' first volleyball championship. So, again, for the Lady Panthers, again, Benji, just you got to have short-term memory. You got to come out. Really had a good start to the last game, led 7-3, but kind of once Latta got back in front and never really could get back the edge there.
Well, as we were talking earlier, it's not like that losing this first set is going to shake up this Abbeville team. It's like it's been their MO. They've dropped the first set a lot and always rally back. On the other hand, Latta has not lost a set at all in the playoffs. They have 3-0'd everybody so far. So if the Panthers can steal one, you might see a little shake-up over here with the green and gold.
You kind of need that Drago effect from Rocky Ford.
Yeah.
Make them bleed just a little bit.
Just a little.
So the Panthers will get the first service here in game two. Ella Atkins looks like she's going to be the one that's going to start it off here for the Lady Panthers.
We appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all of our sponsors for making this broadcast happen. So we're trying to see if the Panthers can bring home the first ever state volleyball championship in school history.
Really like to see the Panthers a little bit more clean with their finishes at the net here going forward. Going to have some of that as Atkins will serve it off the forearm of the back line. Latta will give it over. Free opportunity here for the Lady Panthers. Set for Lauren Murray. She'll hit it hard. There we go. That's what we need right there. Big hit at the net, off the hands, out of bounds. Abbeville gets the first point.
Atkins almost had an ace right there to start that off. That serve ate up the back row defender, and the ball got up into her chest some, and didn't know that she was going to be able to return it.
Atkins serving with a 1-0 Abbeville lead here in game two. Stevens coming from the back line. Great hit, but it's dug out beautifully by Byler. Here's Murray with a short hit, and Latta can't control it as it falls out of bounds. 2-0 Abbeville.
Great job by Murray right there in the middle, up against the net, going up and just putting just enough heat on it and just enough placement to make it unplayable.
Little floater by Atkins. This time it'll be dug out. Stevens coming hard again. Dug again by Atkins. They'll set it up. Here's actually from the backside. It's in. They're going to give her the line. BG, I couldn't see it. Was that Gully on that side?
That was. Sarah Gully comes up with a big point there for the Panthers. Latta didn't like the call, but that ball hit the line on the back end, no doubt about it.
Panthers off to a 3-0 start here in game 2. Latta won the first game, 25-22. They'll set it up here. Safe hit to the back line. Atkins will dig it out. Here's Byler with a push over to the other side. Latta will receive it. Close play. Panthers keep it alive. Dug high in the air. Latta will get a chance to set it up here. Here's the set to Stevens. Boy, she's hitting it hard. Panthers block it, keep it alive. Got a chance to keep it rally going. Oh, it went outside of the pole on top of the net for Atkins.
The candy cane.
Yeah, she couldn't quite get it curved inside.
Yeah, just on the outside of the candy cane there.
So Latta gets their first point here in game 2. They trail Abbeville 3-1. Hard serve that time by Latta. Panthers having to cover a lot of ground just to field it cleanly there. As it gets it over to Latta. Here's a chance for the push. Dink. Tough play there by Tiller. She had to dive a long way. Right now, Abbeville finding a hard time getting their right placement on some of these dinks here. And it's 3-2. Abbeville leads here with Latta serving after falling behind 3-0. Here's a good serve off the hands of Atkins. Tough play. That's one of those situations she kind of got caught.
In the middle, Yep, split-second decision. Do you let it go? Do you try to keep it in play? Had she, of course, hindsight's 20/20. Had she let it go, it probably would have been out. And either way.
I'll tell you what, Walters here is bringing the stank on these serves. And again, the Panthers running into each other here. Not a good job here of the spacing here. Having to come a long way just to get the ball set up. And leaving a lot of open opportunities here going to the Vikings. They take a 4-3 lead. That's a serve that goes long and it'll tie it up 4-piece.
Even though we're tied right now, it feels like Latta's got the momentum. The Panthers need to get a little run right here as Gully's turn to serve.
Nice serve. Back corner. Nobody gets to it. That's an ace for Sarah Gully. Abbeville retakes the lead 5-4.
Aces are always pretty good little momentum swingers. Let's see if I can do it again.
She goes back to the right side. It's dug out. Long way to come for Latta. They get it set up. Here's a hit. Blocked by Lauren Murray. Back over. Latta retrieves it. They'll try to send it back over. Panthers with a chance. Murray with a deep hit. Covered in the back line by Latta. Here's Stevens. She gets the set. Big hit. Dug by Tiller. And 3 Panthers right there, but nobody gets to it. And it's all tied at 5 apiece. Boy, hate to see a wasted effort on a great dig by Tiller there.
Yeah, she laid it out right there. And like I said, a couple Panthers, just another miscommunication up on the line between Murray and Yates, and the ball fell right in between them.
Here's the service by Stevens. A little jump serve there. Took a little English off of it. They'll set it up. Panthers now with Lauren Murray. Tough hit. Backline covered by Latta. They'll get the set in the middle. Hit by Tisdale off the hands of Murray. Kept alive by Murray. She'll hit it over. Latta retrieves it. They'll set it up to Stallings. She'll dig it deep. Panthers are on top of it. Here's Byler. Leyland Yates trying to put it away. Can't do it. Latta keeps it up. Back spike by Stevens. Set up by the Panthers here now. Murray pushes it over. Dug out by Latta. Again, Panthers, and now Latta lets it fall right between them. They just kind of fell asleep there, but she's going to say Panthers just can't get a clean put away here, right. But they get the point 6-5 now.
Yeah, Latta digs it out, and they was waiting for the setter to settle under it. They just never did. Ball falls right in between them.
Lauren Murray back to serve for Abbeville with a 6-5 lead in game 2. And let's see, what was the call, BJ? I missed that.
There was a substitution infraction, and Abbeville gets the point.
7-5 Abbeville leads. Murray very close to the line there on the serve, dug out by Latta. They'll have a tough setup here as they'll get a free ball over. Atkins will hit it to Byler. Here's Lucy Coleman back in the game. She'll swing it, knocked out by Latta. They dig it out. Here's Stallings. She gets a hit. Set up, kept alive by Coleman. And now here's Byler that'll hit it over, clean to Latta. Latta will push it toward the net. Tough play. Murray digs it out. It's going to go out of bounds. 7-6 Abbeville leads. Latta gets the point.
Go Panthers from the Bundrick family, wishing Panther volleyball player Kaylee Bundrick and teammates the best of luck in today's state championship game. And go Panthers from number 1 Painting, your hometown painting experts. Call Jeremy Cresswell today, 864-993-8471.
Served by Latta. Here's Yates pushing it over to the back line. Set up by Latta. They'll get a big set and block out of bounds. As that again was Smiling coming over from the side. Good block, but goes out of bounds, and we're all tied at 7. Latta keeps the service. Little floater gets over to the Panthers. They'll have time to set it up. Here's Coleman. Can she finish? Pushed over by Latta after a good hit by Coleman. Here's the setup again. Coleman again trying to find the open hole. Digged out that time by Latta. Back part. Oh, wow. And it stays alive somehow, some way by the Panthers. Latta now with a back line. Blocked at the net by Yates. Kept alive by Latta. Here's the hit. Gets over to the top. Big rally coming. All kind of confusion at the line. And somehow the Panthers get the point. Wow.
Man, there was 3 saves right there. Yates and Coleman were working in tandem at the net.
I hadn't seen congestion like that since Black Friday getting a TV. Wow. All kinds of chaos at the net. Panthers now 8-7 lead on the service by Yates. Set up here now by Latta, and they'll hit it in the net. 9-7.
9-7 Panthers, and hit it right into the center of the net. Yates with a nice serve over. It's got a nice spin to it, almost like a 12-6 curveball time it goes over.
Yates with a little floater into that middle of the court. Latta will set it up. Another back row spike. Panthers with an opportunity here. Here's the set. Can Atkins finish? It's blocked. Dug out by Tiller. Set up again. Here's Lucy Coleman. Blocked. And it goes down. And now they're going to say she was in the net. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Panthers caught a break there.
Yeah, the net's moving. Definitely somebody was in it. I didn't see which one, but Panthers get the point there. 10-7 Abbeville.
Looked like Tisdale caught it when she was going up for the block there. Yates serving with a 10-7 Abbeville lead in game 2. Dug here by Latta. A little one-handed push. Could have gone out, but they let it keep playing. Here's Atkins for pushing it, trying to keep it in that middle hole, but Latta's doing a good job, and that ball cannot clear the net. And the Panthers with an 11-7 lead, and looks like we'll have a timeout for Latta.
Quiverful Home, 111 Trinity Street in Abbeville. Vintage, antiques, unique home and gift items. Find Quiverful Home on Facebook and Instagram, or come by Thursday and Fridays from 11 to 4 and Saturdays from 10 to 4. Go Panthers from Quiverful Home. And 4G's Land Works. If you need light grading, stump grinding, removal, bush hogging, trenching, extreme mowing, tree or bush removal, gravel and topsoil, 4G's Land Works is the only call to make. Locally owned and operated. Find 4G's Land Works on Facebook or call 864-378-0488.
Well, we are here at Dreher High School, state championship Class A. Third game of the day here. We're in game 2. Latta leads this set 1-0. Abbeville now with an 11-7 lead. Leyland Yates trying to keep the momentum for Abbeville after the timeout by Latta. Yates will go back, and she's ready to serve it. She'll clear it over. Dug out, set up here by the Vikings. Big stick that time. Big hit over there by Latta on the corner. And they get the kill there for number 10, Elias Smiling. Boy, she hits it clean, buddy.
She did. That landed right just outside the outstretched arms of Sarah Gully. 11-8 Abbeville leads now.
Latta with a deep serve, goes out. Service error. Panthers will take the point. 12-8.
Great job by Riley Beth Taylor, kind of calling everybody off right there, being the captain on the court.
Service by the Lady Panthers. Latta will set it up. That set to Stevens, blocked by Coleman. She sets it up, gets it back over, knocked over again. Panthers trying to dig it out, and it's pushed over, saved by the Panthers. Here's Latta setting it up from the corner. Here's Stallings. She pushes it over. Looked like somebody touched the net, but they didn't call it. Atkins gets it blocked. Panthers trying to get a clean push and just keeping it simple here. And looks like somebody hit the net that time, and it's going to be Latta with the point.
Yeah, they're going to call a push over right there and give the point to Latta. Panthers are scrambling here. I mean, covering the entire court.
Then they have to try to aim for these corners here. They're putting everything in the middle, giving Latta plenty of time to set it up. Here's the serve, dug by Tiller. Here's Byler to Atkins. She hits it clean right over the middle. There's a little hole on the backside for Ella Atkins, and Abbeville leads 13-9.
Lands right at the feet of the libero for the Vikings. 13-9 Panthers in the lead, and Lucy Coleman gets the serve now for A-Town.
You got Murray and Atkins on the front line. Panthers need to take advantage of this. Coleman with a tough serve. Looked like it was going out. Latta plays it, and they will push it over gently. Panthers with a tough set by Murray, and now they'll have to send it over on a bad pass. Latta will set it up. Here's Stevens. Tough hit. Got a little bit of the net. Messed up the dig opportunity, and Latta gets the point. Boy, I tell you, Stevens and Smiley swing it good here for the Latta Vikings.
Yes, they do.
You got Tisdale coming back in for Latta. They're serving down 13-10 to Abbeville. Here's Tiller will dig it, set it up for Byler. They'll try Gully, and it's blocked by Latta, 13-11. Latta trying to climb back again like they did in the first game. Abbeville led by as many as 4 in both games so far. Here's the serve, dug by Tiller. Byler with a tight set. Maury with a deep ball is going to be kept alive somehow, and a tough play here as Latta keeps it over. Here's Byler again. Murray trying to push it by, and
in the net.
We're going to say in the net here.
Abbeville point.
Boy, that was really quick, man. That must have happened like right on the front here. Panthers get a big point here, 14-11, as Jones will go out. Tiller will come back in, and Ella Atkins back to serve here for Abbeville, leading 14-11 in game 2.
The Latta coach sends a player over to talk to the, call it the Latta ref.
But I tell you, you can't wink near this net here today.
No.
Both teams have had some close ones there. Oh, now we've got, seeing if we got a substitution or we got something going on.
We got Henry Green in the house, and they might I think they're wanting Henry.
Did Henry not turn off his flash photography?
I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, we can actually get started now. I mean, you can't really get started till Henry shows up.
Service goes to Latta. Push at the net. Murray pushes it over barely. Latta keeps it alive. Stevens, she'll have to just dip it over. Panthers get in position. Here's Murray again. Blocked onto the ground, though, and the Panthers get the point. Benji back up by 4 here, 15-11.
That was some great play by Murray right there in the center. I mean, that ball just almost tight-roped on the top of the net.
Served by Ella Atkins. Deep ball off the forearm. Latta trying to keep it alive. They do. Somehow, again, they find a way to get it over. Murray will get the set there, and here's Atkins will push it over as Vikings will have an opportunity. And it's blocked by Murray at the net, kept alive. Murray pushes it over for Abbeville. Here's Latta now with another opportunity. Stevens with a big hit, dug out by Atkins. Here's Yates now with a push, very close to a carry there. Another big hit, blocked by Murray again, dug out by Latta. The rally that's going to never end. Now they're going to say that Latta was in the net again, and I don't know if they're hitting it when they're coming up or it's their foot. And appeal to the referees here, but to no avail, and Abbeville will now have a 16-11 lead here. And this is a little bit of what Abbeville likes to do, man. They like to mess with you as the serve goes off the net. Latta will have an opportunity. Stevens with a little dink, tough play. Panthers keep it alive. Latta complaining about everything right now instead of focusing on playing. There's a big hit by Tisdale. She almost hit the net that time, but they get the point, 16-12.
That one got in on Tiller really, really quick. She didn't have quite enough time to adjust. She has been absolutely phenomenal digging those backline kill shots, if you will. That one just got in on her a little too quick.
Well, here comes Walters now. She can serve it good. She gets one that gets over to the backside. Gully will set it to Byler. Long set. Murray will dink it over as Latta will try to control it here. Back set. Take something off of it. Panthers a little bit too much room in the middle there, and now it's 16-13. Abbeville leads as Latta with the service. Served by Latta, hard serve, dug by Tiller. Here's Byler with a long set. Murray blocked at the net, keeps it alive, and they can't get it over. Panthers will get the point, 17-13.
Murray was initially blocked. The ball comes right back to her and just dips it right over the net.
What I like from Lauren Murray right now, though, she's swinging it hard right now.
Yep.
She's making sure she gets it over hard and clean, making Latta have to earn it. Here's the set by Latta. Back push by Stevens, gets it to the deep part of the court. Here's Leyland Yates. She'll hit it to the corner, and it's out. Referee calls it out. Boy, it was close.
Oh, man, he missed it. He missed it. You go ask him about that later on. He'll tell you he missed it. That ball was in by 6 inches.
Abbeville leads 17-14 in game 2. Latta leading the set 1-0. 17-14, Latta service. Here's Stevens with the jump serve. Dug by Atkins. Long way to go for Byler to set it up. Here's Atkins, a little miscommunication there with her and Murray. They get it over cleanly, though. Here's Latta. Stalling. She pushes it where nobody was. And again, catching the Lady Panthers out of position. That's happened a couple of times today. And a great read by Stalling that time.
17-15, Abbeville leads. Of course, if you're new to volleyball, each set it goes to 25.
That's 3 out of 5. Service dug by Atkins. Here's Byler. She'll set it up. Murray with a deep ball. Panthers still not trying to attack those corners. And there's Stevens blocked, set up, dug by the Panthers. Tiller will dig it up to the front. Murray will play it clean as Latta now will come. Here's Stalling. She hits it deep and it goes out, barely, but it's out. Another close play there. Panthers draw a point. They lead 18-15. Panthers trying to keep that 3 to 4 point cushion here, Benji.
Yep, very important, very important. Want to stay out in front.
Lauren Murray back to serve here for Abbeville. She'll get it over, low line drive. They'll try to set it up to Stallings. Not a good hit. She didn't like it. She'll send it over softly to the Lady Panthers. Here's Lucy Coleman with a little knuckleball to the back corner, dug out by Latta. Stevens with a back row spike again. Panthers digging it again. Here's Coleman, busts it off the net, played by Latta. Here's Stalling again, coming from the backside, and that one is out. Wow. And the Panthers caught a break there.
They did. There was nobody covering that back right corner. Gully goes diving, Ella Atkins goes diving, and the ball was hit just a little bit long. 19-15 Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers are flirting with disaster there. That was in, an ace.
Lauren Murray with an ace, put the Panthers up 20-15, and that's going to bring a timeout out of the Vikings. Hey, if you want a food truck at your next event or festival, G&E's Foodie Truck is ready to serve you with mouth-watering wings, burgers, loaded fries, and so much more. The menu rotates like a windmill, and they can accommodate most any palate. Find G&E's Foodie Truck on Facebook and Instagram. Now, if you're looking for a Christ-centered church to call home, New Grace Church is holding their services at Abbeville Civic Center on Sundays at 10 a.m. All are invited. And go Panthers from Harris Funeral Home, serving Abbeville and surrounding areas in their time of need. Harris Funeral Home, Abbeville, and Cowling Falls. And go Panthers from Dale Dansby at Abbeville Farm Bureau. For home, auto, or your life insurance needs, call Dale Dansby today, 864-378-8028.
Latta won game 1, 25-22 over Abbeville. Abbeville now with a 20-15 lead here in game 2. Trying to tie this set up here. Lauren Murray with a big ace to put it up to a 5-point lead. And see if the Panthers can close it out here, 20-15 with Murray back to serve again. Latta will keep it on the back line. Deep spike by Stevens, dug out by Atkins. Here's Coleman. She'll push it over. Can't find the hole, dug out by Latta. Here's Stalling with a big hit. It goes long. Couple of missed opportunities for Latta. They were wanting a tip ball, but they're just pushing it just a little bit far. They're trying to catch the Panthers as they're coming up there.
Yeah, Panthers trying to rush the net, and they're trying to catch them over their head.
Deep serve, and it goes out by Murray. And they'll make it 21-16 now. Abbeville leads with Latta at the service. Ball just getting a stiff wind back toward it.
Right. I think the air conditioner came on there.
All right, Latta trying to dig out of a hole here, trailing 21-16. High floater on the serve there. They'll set it up. Byler, here's Coleman. And and can't get it over there. She kind of was a little bit off balance. Had to come a long way there to finish that.
Just a little mistiming on the jump.
21-17, Abbeville leads. Latta with the service. Another high floater. This time Atkins will set it up. Here's Byler. Long hit off the arm there. BG, was that Coleman or Atkins? I couldn't see from the referee.
I think that was Atkins, and ball goes off the arm of the Latta defender and almost knocked over the Gatorade cooler over there on the side of the bench. She had some heat on that one.
All right, we'll credit Atkins with the kill there. 22-17. Little side floater there. Barely gets over. Latta digs it out here, and they'll send it over. Free ball, Coleman. Panthers climbing over each other to try to get out of the way. Little dinking in the middle, dug out again nicely by Latta. Stallings will hit it, and it hits the line in the spot. You know, that spot right there, Benji, the other night against Dixie was really the Achilles heel for Panthers. That back left corner, they just had a tough time covering up, and Latta finds it again. They make it a 22-18 Abbeville lead here.
That was close. That was close. That one was really near the line.
Latta serving down by 4. Soft serve dug out by Tiller. Here's Byler. Coleman, can she put it away off the net? Dug. Kept alive somehow by Latta. Boy, they have gotten a lot of great digs here. Here's a close play. Atkins will put it away off the arm. Dug. Kept alive again by Latta. The rally stays going. Panthers will try to put it away. Here's Coleman who will push it into the hole. Oh, my.
Just a soft little tap, 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 and finds the hole in the zone. 23-18 Panthers, and Maddie Byler's going to be serving now.
Panthers 2 points away from tying this set up at 1 game apiece. Let's see if they can serve it out. Oh, it's an ace!
How about that? Oh, man, that looked like just an easy little floater over, and it fell right at the feet of the back line defenders.
That ball had little to no spin on it.
Yeah, it was almost like a knuckleball.
Game point, Abbeville serving 24-18. Here's the service. Tough dig, and it's going to get into the stands. And the Lady Panthers have tied it up 1 game apiece. They take game 2 to score 25-18.
Hey, realtors, if you run your own business every single day, you deserve a partner who gets that. Trip White at J. Blanding Photography would love to serve you and help you grow your business with professional marketing material, all while representing you at the highest level in front of every client. Let's build your business together. Call or text J. Blanding Photography at 864-378-6340 or go to jblanding.com. You can also find J. Blanding Photography on Facebook. Small Town Smoke Company wants you to come out and join them Saturday, November 15th, 1 week from today, for fresh smoked brisket, ribs, and pulled pork in the parking lot of Cold Springs Cafe, 11 a.m. until they sell out. Go Panthers from Small Town Smoke Company. And Main Street Methodist Church wants to wish the Panther seniors, Ella Atkins, Lucy Coleman, the best of luck in today's game. Main Street Methodist, 300 North Main Street in Abbeville. Services start at 10 a.m. on Sundays, 5 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Well, Benji, we talked about can you make Drago bleed a little bit. That's the first game that Latta has dropped in the playoffs here. And an opportunity now for the Panthers back square here. And now it's best 2 out of 3.
Yes, it is. Knotted up here, 1 set each. And, of course, we'll go best 3 out of 5. So, but, you know, this is falling right into the way that Abbeville has played. Yep. Drop the first set, come back strong, moving forward. So we'll see if that trend will continue here. As still have about a minute and a half before they come out here for the 3rd set.
And, again, for Latta, trying to work that back line, really forced a couple of bad hits there, difference in that game. Panthers with a little bit better service game that time. Big at the net. Lauren Murray continuing to play strong. Ella Atkins with a big kill down the stretch there. I tell you, I'm impressed really with Riley Tiller, man. She is
she can
working hard.
Yep.
Byler with some great sets, some tough sets too, Benji. Trying to explain it over the radio might be a little bit difficult, but when we talk about there's a lot of movement, Panthers are having to cover a lot of ground and really making it hard to get something really clean at the net. But, man, Tiller and Byler doing a great job keeping things alive here. And got to give a lot of credit to Lucy Coleman, man. Lucy does a good job at the net, Doesn't overpower you, but man, she sees the court really well. Knows how to take enough off of it to get it in.
She's really tall too. I mean, she covers a lot of area. Her and Lauren and Leyland Yates right there at the net. That is some height, and they can really cover and block defensively and get up there. So here we go. Here we got about ready to get set 3 underway, tied up 1 each.
Many will tell you that a game 3 and a best 3 out of 5 is the game. Whoever can take it really puts himself in the driver's seat.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on the other team as well because you can't drop another one.
All right, Latta will serve this one out. They served the first game, got a victory.
Jones, Tiller, and Atkins on the back row right now for the Panthers. Murray, Byler, and Gully on the front.
Walters starts it off with a tough serve there. Murray with a hit, gets off the hands of Latta. They'll keep it alive. Walters will dig it over. Tiller will set it up. Here's Byler at the net. Murray pushes it through, dug out by Latta. Now a little backwards hit over the net, almost a carry. Can Murray put this one away? A little tap into the hole, dug out again by Latta. Doing a good job here. Play at the net. Ella Atkins with a left-handed put away, Benji.
She went southpaw on us right there. And a little dink dunk found the open spot as Jones will check out. Leyland Yates will check in. 1-0 Panthers here in set 3.
All right, Ella Atkins with the 1-0 lead for Abbeville. She's the back to serve it for the Lady Panthers. Good low line drive. Dug on the back line. They'll have to dig it over free. Line drive dig by Latta. Abbeville will set it up. Here's Murray. Hits the back corner off the hands. Drops for a point for Abbeville. 2-0.
Too much steam on that one. She came out of left field and let that one go and goes into the back right corner, and they couldn't get to it.
Maybe I had the Jiminy Cricket effect. A little whisper on her shoulder, but she's hitting it a lot harder here. There's a serve into the net by Atkins. Tough service error there. Gives Latta their first point as they trail Abbeville 2-1 here. In game 3, we're all tied at 1 game apiece. All right, here's Stevens, Benji. She's been going primarily with the jump serve, and she's going to stick with it here. Little floater off the hands. Can't be controlled by Atkins, and that'll be an ace for Latta. They tied up at 2 apiece.
She had to reach for it just a little bit, had those arms extended, but the plane was off, and the ball goes off her forearms. It goes screaming up into the stands.
Yeah, you can't get lost in the jump action here. She's really not hitting it hard. Dug by Tiller on the serve. Here's Yates, blocked at the net, kept alive by Latta. Stallings blocked it off the net. Actually went off the hands of Murray, and it'll drop, and Latta takes their first lead.
It would have almost been better had Murray not tried to block it because it deflected, and Gully was right there to dig it out, but the deflection made her have to try to switch directions too quick, and the ball just got down.
The Panthers are giving themselves a lot of working room on the right side. Here's Murray with a deep hit, dug up by Latta. A push by Stallings to the back line. Here's Murray again on the dig. Big hit, but it's dug by Latta. They'll set it up. Tisdale will dig it high over, set up by Atkins. Here's Byler to Murray. Blocked at the net, kept alive. Murray trying to put it away, but too far. Too long on that one. Should have set that one up there.
That would have been a good time to do the little dump off, a little dink over the net as that one just goes a little far, and Panthers now trail 4-2.
Here's Stevens with the jump serve again. Floater tough. Boy, that was hard to read there. That barely got over the net. And she found the sweet spot. Panthers given a lot of open area, Benji. And Stevens now leads it with that serve, makes it 5-2 Latta. Coach Wojo may be on the verge of a timeout if they get another point here. You don't want this thing to get too big of a lead. But I mean, just the softest of touch on that jump serve. Here it is again, low line drive. That one does not clear the net. That'll be a service error, and the Panthers will grab a point. Latta leads 5-3 here.
I feel like what you said. If another point had come out of that, they would have.
Sarah Gully with a good serve as they dig it out of the back line. Latta at the net. Here's Tisdale, dug out by Tiller. Great dig as Leyland Yates will hit it to the back corner. Dug out by Latta. Here's a set at the net. Tisdale with a deep. Lauren Murray can't get it over. Just barely tapped it there. Seen a couple of little mistakes here by Murray at the net here. And Latta taking advantage of it. They lead 6-3. Latta with the service here. Deep serve. That'll be set by Atkins. Here's Byler for Murray. Off the fingertips on the block. Latta keeps it alive. Here's Stallings. Deep ball dug out by Atkins. Here's Yates trying to put it away. Can't find the hole. Panthers missing an opportunity with the back hole. There's a big block. That's Lauren Murray. Brick wall there. 6-4. Latta leads with a big point for Abbeville.
Oh, she threw that one back like Shaquille O'Neal. Like Dikembe Mutombo with the finger wag. It was a nice block there by Lauren Murray.
Murray with a deep serve here. Tough dig, and it just died on the hands of Stevens. It'll drop out. That'll be an ace for Murray. Makes it 6-5.
Yeah, that one got in on her quick. She couldn't do anything with it, trying to just pop it up for a teammate to get there. It goes off her hands and straight into the court.
Murray pushes that one over. Another tough dig. Latta somehow keeps it alive.
Unbelievable.
Set by Atkins. Here's Yates having to draw it in. Tough play, and it can't get over the net. Panthers will tie it up at 6. Great hit by Yates. Almost in a spectacular dig. Latta is just pulling some digs out.
They are flying around, diving everywhere, and somehow just keeping the ball alive.
Murray will serve it for the Panthers. And they'll push it over, and boy.
I'm not sure how that shouldn't have been called by the officials there. I mean, she literally just kind of palmed it, threw it over the top of the net.
Yeah, had some stick 'em on there. Latta retakes the lead 7-6. And they have the service. Deep ball to the backside. Gully will set it up to Byler. Here's Lucy Coleman with a big hit. Dug out by Latta. Here's the set to Stallings. She comes through. Clean hit. Dug out by Atkins. Coleman with a dink. A lot of confusion there. Latta comes up with it somehow. A lot of people on the floor for them. Here's Tiller with a bump. Can Coleman put it away third time? Not good enough as Latta keeps it alive. Here's Stallings. Big hit. Tiller digs it out. Byler to Coleman. Big rally here going on between these two teams. There's a deep serve by Stevens. Panthers now with an opportunity. Here's Coleman with a little soft dink into the middle. Dug out by Latta. Stallings with a great hit. One-handed dig by Atkins. Coleman at the net with a little push. It stays alive. Latta keeping it alive back over the net. Here comes Coleman again. Off the net. Dug again by Latta.
Gosh.
Holy cow, what a rally. Here's a deep ball to the backside. Atkins hits it. Oh, man. She hit it right off the shoulder of Tiller. They were standing literally right next to each other. Latta earns
right
that
there.
point, 8-6. Wow.
What a rally. I bet that ball went back and forth 20 times. And, yeah, just no communication between Atkins and Tiller right there.
Atkins will dig the serve here. Here's Coleman. Tough shot. Long ball over to the backside. Here's Stallings on the set. Actually, it's Reynolds will push it over. Panthers trying to get something here. Coleman at the net. Little tip. Tried to draw him in. They dig it out again. They're not falling for it for right now. Panthers will keep it alive here. And Yates will just barely get it over that time. Back spike off the hands of Coleman. Panthers keeping it alive. Coleman will push it deep. Another long rally engaged here. A little dink. What a play. Indefensible play by Walters. Little backdoor dink.
Well, usually she's the setter, and they were expecting her to set it up for Stevens to come and throw it down again, and then instead of just setting it, she just absolutely throws it over the net.
9-6 Latta leads as the Panthers will try to put it away here. Coleman's spike is dug. Here's Stallings. Nobody in front of her. Actually, it's Reynolds. Dug out by Atkins for Abbeville. Here's Yates, puts it over. Boy, the Vikings are just flying everywhere. Nothing but green jerseys on the floor, and they find a hole. Might get a timeout here from Coach Wojo as Latta extends her lead 10-6, and she does call it. 10-6, Latta leads here in Game 3.
Hey, if you're looking for a unique gift or for someone, or maybe you just want to spruce up your spot in your home, check out Designs by Eric. Eric New is a local artist that specializes in geometrical designs. Check out his art by looking at his Facebook page or visit Main and Maxwell Gift Shop in Greenwood. That is Designs by Eric New. Hey, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, EB's Real Estate is built on trust and hands-on service. Eby's Real Estate also specializes in buying, fixing, and flipping houses. If you need help with or are interested in buying an older home, Eby's takes pride in giving older houses a makeover. Call Eby's Real Estate today, 864-378-9394, and go with a family that you can trust with all of your real estate needs. And finally here, Jones Landscaping, so you need to call. If you need lawn mowing, core plug aeration, hydro seeding, landscape design, lawn protection, hedging, deep thatching, yard cleanup, vegetation removal, mulching, trimming, lawn maintenance, brush removal, call Jones Landscaping today, 864-828-1870.
Both teams back on the court. Latta with the service. Deep ball. Gully digs it out. Here's a set to the net. Yates off the hands. Couple of people hit it. 4 hits. That's not going to be able to get back over the net. Panthers get a big point there to cut the lead 10-7. They really needed that one, BG. Leyland Yates now back to serve. She'll send it to the right side. Stevens with a good set. Here's Tisdale pushed, dug out. Panthers keep it alive. Coleman with a deep ball. Played good by Latta. Here's Stevens with a hammer. Dug beautifully by Gully. What a play. Atkins pushes it over to keep it alive for the Panthers. Here's Stallings for Latta. She hits it, and it's right in the back corner. Kind of caught Gully up that time, and they get the point 11-7.
That was close. Super close.
Those were the two, probably the best hits we've seen from Latta today, Benji. Some missiles that time. Now here's Smiling back. She'll serve it for Latta. They lead 11-7. Here's Byler. Coleman for Abbeville. Hits it. 2 people on the floor. A lot of traffic, a lot of congestion. And they get it over somehow. They got to have to hurry up and get up. Here's the Panthers. Atkins puts it in the hole. They never recover from that, Benji. And they had 3 girls in the back, and I think we've got maybe an injury here.
Here. That's Smiley. Yeah, they were kind of tripping and falling over each other, and Panthers get the point right there. Glad she's okay. She's walking off under her own power.
Don't know if she got like a little hiccup there with the upper body there or not, but she's going to come out now, and Panthers will have the service, trailing 11-8. Game 3, we're all tied at 1 apiece here in the Class A state championship. Service from the Lady Panthers gets over. Latta controls it. Stevens will have to push it very gently. Oh boy, great save by Atkins. Here's Coleman, hits it deep and hard, but it's dug out by Latta. Here's Stevens now, trying to get wound up, can't get it over clean. Here's the Lady Panthers. Great set by Byler, that's dug out by Latta as the Panthers tried to push it over. And a big hit, they caught him out of position there, and Stevenson made him pay for it. 12-8 Latta.
She's boy, she can really hit. She can get up there and really throws it down with a lot of authority.
Yeah, the senior for Latta, man, she is stepping up here in this game 3. Latta leads 12-8 with their service coming, and a terrible serve by Townsend, hit it, didn't even get over the net, went under the net.
I think it hit number 4 in her back right there.
And a big service error there makes it 12-9 as Lucy Coleman now will try to get the Panthers to rally here. There's a flat serve dug out by Townsend. Stevenson, she's feeling it, dug out by the Panthers. Atkins, blocked, dug by Murray. Somebody's got to play it. A lot of Panthers in the same spot, leaving themselves exposed here. Latta controls it. Stevens blocked by Murray, can't be dug out. And it's going to go to Latta. They lead 13-9.
Coleman goes out. Riley Beth Tiller comes in for the Panthers.
A lot of Panthers floating to the ball in the same area, not what you want to do here. Here's a big serve by Walters, dug by Atkins. Set for Murray. She'll push it over softly. They dig it out. Latta with an opportunity to put away. Here's Stevens. Goes long. And a big miss there. Panthers get a break and get a big point. They trail 13-10.
Panthers need to get a little rally going right here. Need a string of 3, 4, 5 points in a row.
Yeah, you'd like to get it back even here. Midway point of game 3.
Jones comes out. Yates comes in.
Atkins with a serve. Set, little push. Panthers read it beautifully. They'll set it up. Here's Yates. Tries to dink it, push it in a good spot. Latta keeps it alive. They'll dig it deep. Here's Tiller. Sets it up to Byler. Can Lauren put it away, and she does. Oh, it saved it. They saved it. Wow. Somehow they got it. I thought they hit the floor. Murray gets it stuffed back to her face. Panthers put it to the deep corner. Latta again keeping it alive. Unbelievable rallies today by the Vikings. Here's a set by Tiller. Murray's spike dug again close to the net. And 3 Panthers at the net. And it goes right over the top and drops in. The ball is just falling for the Vikings here in this game.
I'm telling you, I don't know how they're getting their hand underneath the ball here, but Latta is doing an incredible job of just keeping it alive, just staying alive. And Panthers looking like, what else can we do?
They can't seem to get past this little 3 to 4 point separation. Latta serving with a 14-10 lead. Ball goes off the net. Panthers will play it. Here's Yates to the deep side. Set up by Latta. Here's a set at the middle. Block goes off the hands of Murray. 15-10. Right now feels like the Vikings are getting the better hits at the net. Panthers just not able to get the ball to fall their way here. Biggest lead in this game for Latta, 15-10. Panthers trying to dig it out here. Jump serve by Stevens. Shallow serve, but it's set up. Here's Murray. Blocked and kept alive, but Panthers fell asleep. Murray kind of died on that play there. And the Panthers will call a timeout, Benji, here, trailing 16-10 in game 3.
Go Panthers from the Bundrick family, wishing Panther volleyball player Kaylee Bundrick and teammates the best of luck in today's game. Quiver Full Home, 111 Trinity Street in Abbeville. Vintage, antiques, and unique home and gift items. Find Quiver Full Home on Facebook and Instagram, or come by Thursdays and Fridays 11 to 4 and Saturdays 10 to 4. Go Panthers from Quiver Full Home. And go Panthers from Number One Painting, your hometown painting experts. Call Jeremy Cresswell today, 864-993-8471. Interior, exterior, big or small, they can paint it all. Again, Number One Painting, 864-993-8471.
Latta leading 16-10 here over the Panthers, their biggest lead in this game. Right now, Benji, Latta getting all of the big saves. They're rallying, they're flying around, they're selling out. On the other side of the net, Panthers just can't seem to get a block to go their way. They can't seem to get a clean put away here. See if they can try to turn it around here. Got to cut into this lead. Can't let this one get away from you here. Here's Miller back with a jump serve, and that's going to go long, and there's a break the Panthers needed. That's a point, and Latta leads 16-11.
Sarah Gully will get the serve here for the Panthers. Been a really good, consistent server all season.
Serve by Gully, great serve, dug out by Latta. Set in the left side, swung, blocked, kept alive by the Panthers. Panthers, not really sure what they were looking at there. There's a little dink, and they get burned for it. And again, Panthers are just it almost kind of feels like they're playing with a little cement in the shoes there. Not a lot of movement, and they're finding the hole. That's Latta that gets the point, 17-11.
Seems like Abbeville's so concerned with blocking at the net that there's just a little room behind them.
And that ball, that service error, will go out. 2 service errors here since the timeout for Latta, 17-12 for Abbeville. Lauren Murray desperately needing to get a rally started here for the Lady Panthers. She'll serve it over as Latta will serve it back to the net. Dink, read beautifully by Gully. Panthers have to dig it out. It goes out. Again, Panthers just so much congestion at the net. Just really not good spacing right now.
Tiller checks back in. Lauren Murray goes out. So you got Tiller, Gully, Atkins on the back row. Coleman, Byler, Yates on the front.
Latta serving, 18-12 lead. Yates with the hit. Dug out by Latta. Here's Stallin. Hits it hard off the hands of Coleman. And it goes out of bounds. No, they're going to say it was in the net. They're going to say it was in the net on Latta. And I don't know about that one. That's pretty close there. We're not going to get a meeting. Abbeville gets the point. Latta leads 18-13. Here's Yates. Will serve it up. Off the fingertips of Stevens. A tough play here. Chance for the Panthers on the free ball. They'll get it set up. Here's Byler. Coleman. Can she put it away? No, it's Atkins. Hits it deep. Off the net. Somehow it gets over. Here's Coleman now off the block, kept alive again. Latta just playing everything. Panthers trying to put it away. Coleman pushes it again, dug out.
Unbelievable.
Stevens hits it into the net. Error there by the Vikings. Panthers get a big point. They cut the lead to 18-14.
Super impressed with this Latta team. I mean,
Bro,
they dig out everything. Everything.
Here's Yates trying to get 2 points in a row here. Set up cleanly. Latta, deep ball. Tiller with a one-handed dig, keeps it alive. Might have been going out. Here's Latta at the middle with Timmerman. She'll hit it over. Panthers dig it out. Tiller with a great dig there. Latta controls it, and they'll try to dink it over. Panthers need a big kill here. Here's Atkins. Can she do it? Off the hands, and it gets away, and the Panthers get a point.
I wasn't going to concede that point just yet because that was one of the crazy plays that Latta has made over and over and over in this game.
18-15. Yates with the service. Good serve. Works the line. Oh, boy. Great save by Latta. They were out of position there. Panthers with an opportunity. Atkins, can she dink it away? She throws it toward the side, and it can't get over the net. And Ella Atkins, like she did in Game 5 the other night, making her presence known. Panthers have cut it to a 2-point deficit here, 18-16.
Ella Atkins has definitely been the most fierce hitter at the net so far tonight for the Panthers.
Yates with another great serve, and that's going to go out of bounds. And just like that, the Panthers are back to within 1 point here. And Latta will call a timeout with the 18-17 lead. Panthers making the back.
Yates, they're trying to ice her as she's been lightening up back there. And big ace for Leyland. 18-17 Latta leads here in set number 3. We are tied 1 set each.
You know, so many times, PG, when you look at how these volleyball games, it's all about matchups. It's all about the rotation. Sometimes, depending on how the rotation is, you might get your lineup to match up better with the rotation that's in play on the other side. That's what it feels like here. With Yates serving, you got Atkins up on the front line along with Lucy Coleman. Feels like the Panthers in a rhythm right now here. And able to roll off, is that 5 straight points by Yates?
Yeah.
Serving the ball here.
She'll get it back again as they break the huddle from the timeout.
I still think the Panthers can push these back corners as the Vikings are conceding these corners here. We'll see what happens. Yates with the serve. She'll push it that way. That's going to be tough. Right at the net, and they can't clear it. Well, that had disaster written all over it for Latta, and we're all tied up at 18.
That was, I think that is where Leyland was trying to put the ball in that back right corner. Let's see if she attacks that area again.
She's got to keep pounding it. This time she'll hit it to the right side. And this will be a bat set. Gets over barely, and it's going to get over the net on the return by the Panthers. Vikings, 2 players at the net. It's not going to clear. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Panthers have taken the lead. 19-18 here in Game 3.
Feel the old pendulum starting to swing over toward the garnet and gold here a little bit.
Here's Yates with a serve. Pounds it again, but that one's a little bit too far. Great idea, but just carried on her a little bit.
Right spot, right idea, but it just, like you said, the wind got behind it just a little bit. Jones comes in now. Yates goes out. So you've got Jones, Tiller, Gully on the back row. You got Atkins, Coleman, and Byler up front for the Panthers.
We're all tied at 19. Important Game 3 here. We're tied at 1 apiece here between Abbeville and Latta. Latta with the service. Deep ball to the corner, and that goes out. Another service error, Benji. Several of those, 3 in this game. Abbeville leads 20-19. Here's Byler with the serve for Abbeville. The set to the middle. Here comes Latta with Stevens. Dug out by Byler. Gully will have a set back. Oh, bad hit by Tiller. Really never got her feet set under there.
Yeah, it almost looked like she kind of stuttered or tripped a little bit as she was in her back swing. I think the ball was just a little bit in front of her. She thought it was going to be coming back more toward her. Had to reach a little bit for it, giving it the low trajectory into the net.
Latta with the service, tied at 20. Great serve, dug out by the Panther. Here's Atkins, puts it away.
Coming with the thunder, Ella Atkins, my goodness.
Another strong hit by Ella Atkins at the net. Panthers go back in front. 21-20, back and forth we go here. Lucy Coleman now back to serve for the Panthers. Panthers feel like need to get a little separation here. 2 or 3 points maybe. Oh, that's not going to help though. Boy, Coleman just did not hit that one clean at all. And it ties it up at 21.
She reared back and hit that one to Irmo.
Yeah, that one just got away from her in a hurry. Now here's Walters. She's a good server here. She's going to pound it for Latta, tied up 21-21. Tiller sets it, pushed over. Byler keeps alive. Atkins pushes it over. That's a carry. They're going to call that. They missed the first one, but they got it on the second time there. And now Latta retakes the lead, 22-21. Yeah, Panthers are contesting, but I actually think the one before that one.
It was more egregious.
Yeah, Tiller will dig it out. Here's Murray, hits it to the backside dugout by the Vikings. Quick set, long ball out, tied up 22-22. Panthers get the ball back. Back
and forth. Neither team relenting. Neither team trying to even give up a single point. Ella Atkins will be serving now for the Panthers. Jones goes out late. Leyland Yates comes in.
Served by Atkins. The Vikings will set it up. Little dink, good dig by the Panthers. And they'll push it back, try to get the Vikings out of position, but they're not. There's a big hit, blocked. Kept alive by Latta. Here's a play at the net. Can Murray win it? Left-handed, she knocks it over, but it gets dug by Latta. Latta will play it clean. Here's Tiller.
Push over. Yeah, she pushed that one over as well, and they're going to call it. That'll be a point for Abbeville. 23-22, Panthers lead.
Here's Ella Atkins with the serve. Knuckleball gets over. Out of place, but they get it up anyway, and Latta puts it back over. Panthers try to set it. This is a tough play. They have to push it over with a really close play at the net. There's Stevens. It's blocked, but it's blocked all the way out of play. And she had a solid hit. Good try by Murray, but we're all tied at 23, and Latta has the service.
That ball almost went to the second deck here.
Yes, sir.
Got the big South Carolina High School League state champions or state championship banner going the whole length around the upper part of this arena, and that ball almost went over into the second level.
Service by Latta. Dug in the corner by Gully. Byler with the set to Murray. Murray hits it over. Here's Stalin back in the game. They like her on that far side. Panthers got to put it away here. Murray puts it away to the backside. Dug by Latta. Here's a set coming over for Latta. They try to work the back corner. Dug out by Tiller. Murray with a soft touch. And that's not working right now. They got that middle covered up. Here's Stallings with a low line drive. See if somebody can put it away hard. Here's Leyland Yates. It's blocked, dropped, and it's a point for the Panthers, and they have game point, 24-23. Leyland Yates with a big play at the net.
Yates swung hard on that one and hits the hands and drops right down in front of them. Game point for the Panthers and timeout for Latta. Panther fans coming alive here.
Boy, they were down, 18-11?
Yeah.
In this game?
It's crawled right back in at 23-24. Panthers need one more point to take a 2-1 lead here in this best 3 out of 5 for the 1A state championship. First ever appearance for the Panthers and for the Vikings of Latta. Panthers in their all black uniforms, black tops, black shorts, garnet numbers outlined in gold. Latta in all green. It's almost a hunter green with a more of a traditional gold color, stripes and numbers. Green tops, green shorts. And Sarah Gully will be serving here, 1 point away from taking a 2-1 lead.
Good serve to the backside. Stallings has to dig it. Might be a free ball opportunity to see if the Panthers can put it away right here. Tiller to Byler. Lauren Murray hits it cleanly by Latta on the return. Here's Stevens with a push over to the side. Panthers will set it up. Tough play at the net off the hands of Murray. Atkins sets it up. Byler will hit it deep. Latta with control of it. They'll play it at the net. Tough play at the net. Pushes it. Nice job by Tiller to clean it out. Murray with a tough dink and dug out by Latta somehow again. Panthers trying to put it away. Latta not giving up. They're playing it hard here. Here's a play at the net. Pushes it into the corner where nobody was, and they tied up at 24. Boy, they just.
I was watching the official, Lee. That one could have been called just like the other one. It was almost a throw rather than a hit on the near side, but nevertheless.
Boy, Panthers just couldn't put it away. Had a couple opportunities there. Latta with the service. We're tied at 24. Deep ball, high deep ball. Here's Murray for the Panthers. Hits it, dug out. She's got to put a little bit more on it to get it past him. Little dink, dug out by Tiller. Here's Byler. Is that Yates? I think Yates went it over to the top. Here's Stallings on the left side. She hits it long. Panthers retake the lead, 25-24.
Got to win by two. Panthers have set point right here. And Lauren Murray's going to be serving here for the Panthers.
Second time the Panthers have had game point. Can Murray put it away? Here's a good serve. Latta will play it cleanly. Let's see if they can get a clean hit. They'll get a backdoor spike set up by Byler. Here's Lucy Coleman, and it goes it down! And the Panthers take game 3, 26-24, and they take a 2-1 lead here in this Class A state championship. Wow, big hit by Lucy Coleman.
Did they crawl their way back into that one or what? Down 18-11 at one point. Come back and score 15 of the next 21 points, and my goodness gracious.
Wow, what a game.
What a game.
And Panthers now 1 game away from making history. Benji, you have to go all the way back to September 30th. Why is that an important day, you ask? I'm so glad you asked. That's the last time Latta lost 2 games in a set.
Oh, wow.
September 30th.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. They just lost their first set in the playoffs, and now the Panthers take a 2-1 lead.
We talked about Drago making him bleed. Drago maybe a little gushing now. And again, it's not because of the lack of effort by Latta.
No.
They have dug out almost everything that's come their way, but it's been the service errors and a couple of hit errors from the front line.
Latta is getting the balls they've got no business getting to. It is impressive how they are flying all around the court here.
I don't know how much of their jerseys that might be found on the court, but they've left it on the line.
Where'd they go?
For a lot.
The whole team just disappeared.
Maybe a little regroup recession here.
Went back into the locker room, I guess, maybe. Panthers still over there huddled on their sideline. Coach Wojo, Coach Timmerman, Coach Spangler over there talking to him. Even got Travis New. Coach New over there offering some advice. So Panthers grabbing some water and trying to stay fresh as we get ready for the 4th set here. Panthers up 2-1 so far. What a great crowd from Abbeville. Love this environment. Electric championship feel to it here. Of course, this is the championship. And, man, this has been a great game so far. Again, Panthers up 2-1 in the best of 5, best 3 out of 5. So Panthers could be just 25 points away from bringing home the first ever state championship in school history. Hey, I want to tell you about 4G's Land Works. If you need light grading, stump grinding, removal, bush hogging, trenching, extreme mowing, tree or brush removal, grading, and topsoil, 4G's Land Works is the only call to make. Locally owned and operated. Find 4G's Land Works on Facebook or call 864-378-0488. Main Street Methodist wants to wish Panther seniors Ella Atkins and Lucy Coleman the best of luck in today's game. That's Main Street Methodist, 300 North Main Street in Abbeville. Services start at 10 a.m. on Sundays, 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. Small Town Smoke Company. Lee, you got to join me next Saturday over at Cold Spring Cafe in the parking lot there, because Small Town Smoke Company is going to be smoking up some fresh smoked brisket, ribs, and pulled pork. 11 a.m. next Saturday at Cold Spring Cafe parking lot. Go Panthers from Small Town Smoke Company.
Well, I think it might have been a team-led meeting by Latta as they went back to the locker room. They come back to the court. Panthers will have, I believe, Benji, the service here in Game 4 as they lead 2-1 in the Class A state championship. Man, this has been everything we thought it was going to be and then some. And,
absolutely.
But you know, we talked about the effort by Latta and all the work that they're doing, and to counter that, that's what Abbeville does to you. They make you earn everything that you get. They don't give away nothing. And
Lee, we're talking about a single point that had, 15 volleys at one point? I mean, there was five back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just an incredible effort on both ends. Both teams are just absolutely laying it all out on the line. Ella Atkins is going to get the serve to start us off here in set number 4. Again, Panthers lead 2-1 in this best of 5.
Gully, Murray, and Yates on the front line for the Panthers as Atkins gets the serve over. There's a big hit, dug, and it's going to be out of play. Big statement hit there for the Vikings to take a 1-0 lead.
Great job by Tiller just to get to that ball. Gets it up and just goes outside of the candy cane there. 1-0 Latta.
Service by Walters. Well, she put some stank on it when she gets it over.
Did.
Blocked off Murray, dug by Tiller, great dig. Latta keeps it alive. Oh, and they can't get that one over. It's tied up at 1-1.
Just thudded that one, dudded it right off her wrist, it looks like, instead of her palm. That one goes right into the net. Ties us up.
It's key that they're breaking the service of Walters. She might be the best server on Latta's team.
Yep.
There's a long ball, and that goes wide by Gully. So, service there by the Panthers makes it 2-1 Latta. And again, which team's going to feel the more pressure? Abbeville to close it out or Latta to come back?
Feels like we got a little bit of adrenaline rolling here in the game in set 4.
As you said, both these teams here for the very first time in school histories. Here's Laura Murray for the Panthers. She'll try to dink it over. Vikings will play it close to the net, and that did not clear the net, so that's going to be a point, Abbeville. 2-2 now, all tied up here.
Yates, Byler, Coleman on the front. Murray serving with Gully and Atkins in the back for the Panthers.
Served by Murray to the back line. They'll set it up. Back set, and that goes long by Stevens. They tried that back set spike with Stevens, and she's missed a couple times. She missed it there. Abbeville takes a 3-2 lead here. Lauren Murray back to serve for Abbeville. She'll hit it cleanly down the line as it's played by Stallings. Here's the set for Latta, short serve. Back over, a tough dig. Abbeville gets it over. Latta will have a free play here. They'll try to get something clean. They can't. They'll dink it over. See if Abbeville can make them pay for it. Here's the set, and that's in.
Leyland Yates throwing it down in front of the back row, putting the Panthers up 4-2 here in this 4th set.
A lot of room on the left side of the court there. The Panthers are going away from it on the serve from Murray. There's a left-handed throw, and it gets in. I think the Panthers are kind of froze by that one, Benji. How's the knuckleball? 4-3. Latta trailing 4-3 to Abbeville. Latta with the service. Short, dug by Tiller. That was danger. Tough play for Coleman, and they're not going to make it. But that had danger written all over it. It was a great dig by Tiller, but just a tough play to get it into work.
Tiller, Gully, Atkins on the back row for the Panthers. Front row goes Yates, Byler, Coleman.
We're tied at 4 apiece. Panthers will get the set from Byler. Coleman pushes it over. Nice layout dig for Latta. Here's Stalling. Big hit, dug by Atkins. Byler from the backside. Here's a little dinky-doo, oopsie-roo by Lucy. Boy, she does it so easily, man. I mean, just lulls you to sleep there.
Well, you never know. She could bring the absolute lightning bolt to you, or just barely tap it over, and that's what fell in right there.
Service by Yates, a little throw over there by Latta. Panthers with a chance to put it away. Coleman digs it off the big hit. They'll push it back to the back line. Latta with a chance. Back set. Tried to get him sleeping on the backside, dug out by Tiller. Here's Atkins. She pushes it into the hole. 6-4 Abbeville. She found the open spot. It finally had a little gap there, Benji.
It did. You had 4 up front and 2 in the back, and she found it right in the middle there. Yates with the serve again for the Panthers.
She gets it over cleanly, dug out of the back by Latta. They'll try to set it on the far side. Here's Stallings. Hits it deep and long. 7-4. Let's see if Latta will go to a timeout here. Looks like they're going to play it out.
Big time momentum on the side of the Panthers here so far.
7-4. Abbeville leads Latta here, game 4. Panthers lead 2-1. Here's the serve by Yates. Shallow serve dug out by Latta. Here's the set backside to Stevens. She'll push it over. Panthers with a chance here. Can they get the clean set to Atkins? She puts it down, but it's dug by Latta. Here comes the Vikings. They'll get a clean hit. Oh, but they hit it low into the net. And now I think you're going to get that timeout maybe by Latta.
Samantha Townsend, the libero there for the Vikings, comes up and
she's letting them play it out, Benji.
Deep spike, hits it right into the center of the net. Leyland again.
Abbeville leads 8-4. Great serve. Dug back over. Abbeville will play it. A chance to put it away. Here's Coleman. Has off balance, get it over as Latta will play it clean. They have a chance. Tough play at the net. Dinked over. Still alive. This is going to be bang bang. And Stallings cannot hit it. And Panthers get the point. And it is it 9 or 10, Benji?
I don't know if they flopped the scoreboard over yet. They're holding it at 9. I guess it's 9-4.
Okay. I was holding. I didn't want to misspeak. 9-4. Leyland Yates with a great serve. Oh, somehow dug out. How did that ball get dug out?
I have no idea.
Here's Atkins. Blocked. Dug by Gully. Atkins, second chance. A little bit softer, gets it over. Latta with a dig. Here they go. Here's Stalling again. She'll push it over off her fingertips. A little confusion here. Coleman blocked, keeps it alive. Pushed over by Atkins. Dug out again. Another long rally engaged by the Vikings. Here's Tiller with the set. Byler. Atkins has to hit it soft. Latta with a chance to break it right here. Here's the hit. Long hit. Dug, but it goes out of bounds. Great effort by Tiller there.
No idea how Tiller even got her arm up to hit that ball. Incredible. Stevens can, or is that Smiley?
Smiley
can absolutely unleash some serious velocity on that, and a great job by Tiller just getting to it.
Abbeville leading 9-5, and a tough ball off the leg of Gully, and the Panthers a little late to react. And Latta draws to within 3. Abbeville leads Latta 9-6 in game 4. Abbeville with a 2-1 lead in the set. Here's a service. Tiller digs it, sets it to Byler, to Coleman. Actually, it's Atkins with the left hand. A lot of movement on the net there. And they're going to give it to Latta. I was fixing to say, that net was shaking. And the Panthers get a big point. They go to double digits. They lead 10-6.
Got a
have not called Madison Stevens' name a lot here, BG, for Latta in the last 2 games. There's a double hit, and Coleman puts it away, and it's good. Good big hit by Lucy. 11-6, BG.
She surprised him right there. They thought she was just going to try to set it back up, but no, Lucy comes down with a thunderbolt, and they couldn't handle the heat.
Here's a service, and they dug it out. Great dig. It goes back to Abbeville. Here's Coleman off the fingertips. Vikings trying to keep it alive, and they can't do it. Abbeville up 12-6 here in game 4.
Big momentum swinging. The pendulum's heavy on the Panther side right here. 12-6, a 6-point lead for the Panthers here in this 1A state championship game.
There's a serve again. I think that was Byler serving, Benji.
It is.
There's a dig by Latta. Byler from the back row. There's Coleman. She'll hit it over, dug out by Latta. And they'll play it free. Panthers got to put it away right here. Here's the set. Here comes Ella Atkins. She puts it away.
Reaching back from left field, Ella Atkins.
Timeout, Latta. Abbeville leads 13-6.
Atkins isn't the tallest player on the team, but my goodness, can she swing. She has got a right arm on her. That was an absolute laser beam that found the court. 13-6 Panthers. Whee! Man, is this fun or what?
Are you having fun yet,
I'm having a blast.
We hope everybody's enjoying it on the other end of this thing. But, man, this is a great atmosphere. Latta's fans trying to rally them here. Abbeville with a 13-6 lead, Benji.
Hey, if you're looking for a Christ-centered church to call home, New Grace Church is holding services at the Abbeville Civic Center Sundays, 10 a.m. Go Panthers from New Grace Church. Harris Funeral Home says Go Panthers, serving Abbeville and surrounding areas in their time of need. Go Panthers from Harris Funeral Home, Abbeville and Callan Falls. And Go Panthers from Dale Dansby at Abbeville Farm Bureau for home, auto, or your life insurance needs. Call Dale Dansby, 864-378-8028.
Maddie Byler with the serve, and it goes out of bounds off the dig attempt. That's a kill ace. 14-6 Abbeville. Boy, Latta's got to be careful here, Benji. This thing gets to a double-digit deficit. Really hard to hold.
Hard to crawl back. As consistent as these Panthers are, as well as they volley, you get too big of a lead, it's going to be impossible to crawl back out of it.
Latta will get the hit from Stevens from the back line. See if the Panthers can put it away. Here's Atkins. She's feeling it. She hits it off the back line. Dig attempt, and it's another point. That's a kill for Ella Atkins, who's doing just what she did the other night against Dixie. 15-6 Abbeville leads. They're 10 points away from a state championship. Byler doing a great job with her service here. Working the corner as it gets dug by Latta. They'll have a little soft hit. Byler with a hard dig. Keeps it alive. Tough play at the net. That was a tough play off of the hands of Tiller. Not really much that Gully could do there.
That ball was deep, and Gully would have had to have jumped about 12 foot in the air to get to that ball before it got to the net. 15-7 now, Panthers lead.
Yeah, Latta's going to need a run here. See if they can break it. 15-7, they trail. Here's Jones with the set. Coleman with a big hit, dug out by Latta. Stevens on the front line now. She swings away, dug out by the Panthers. Here's Atkins, pushes it, and it would have gone out of bounds, but she played it off, and it goes off of Atkins, makes it 15-8 Abbeville.
She almost went head first into the ref ladder there. That was scary as she's diving all over the court.
2 straight points for Latta. Serve played deep. Coleman hits it back to the deep side. Latta controls it. Here's a backline set that can't clear the net. Big point there by Abbeville to reclaim an 8-point lead, 16-8. Latta with a little bit of a momentum there, but Panthers get it back. Coleman back to serve. Lucy needs a couple of good serves here. She'll hit it hard and line drive, a little bit off kilter. Vikings get a hold of it. They keep it alive. Oh, they're going to call a double hit.
Yeah, threw it over.
So that was the situation where that ball came in really hot, and it just stuck to the hands there.
Just got up on them so quick, couldn't do anything to try to get it off of them, and double hit, point for the Panthers.
17-8, it goes out, did not get touched there. Oh, they're going to say it touched?
It did, it got touched.
Wow.
Oh, Latta does not like that.
Wow.
Latta fans are upset with that one.
Benji, this is back to a 10-point lead. It's 18-8 Abbeville here. They have dominated this game 4 after working so hard in the game 3. Big serve by Coleman. They'll set it up at the net. Stevens, she puts it away, but she was all in the net.
Oh, she hit the net.
And she hurts her knee. She's down.
She hurts her knee, but she hit the net. I think that's going to be Abbeville point too.
Yeah, hurt when she came through on the follow-through. I think her knee hit Murray's knee. And, boy, scary situation here for Stevens as she's on the ground. Boy, you hate to see that. Just a follow-through play. It was nothing intentional.
She's been nothing short of amazing out there today for the Vikings as well.
Madison Stevens, the senior, is going to be helped off. Man. Wow, that's the tough.
She is holding that left foot up, that left leg. It's not even touching the ground as they're helping her off. She has
that's
played.
Kneecap on kneecap right there.
Yeah, she has played her heart out today. Feel sorry, feel terrible for her as a senior. You know, you want to be able to finish strong. And
well, lost in all of that. Abbeville leads 19-8. They're 6 points away, Benji, from making history.
Yeah, they're calling her in the net right there. Even though she got injured, it's Abbeville's point. So Lucy Coleman will get the serve here for the Panthers, leading 19-8.
Coleman serves, hits it into the net. Oh, and they were all in the net. That's going to be a point. Benji, Abbeville's got the number 2 on the board, and this in front of the 20, which means they're 5 points away here. 20-8 Abbeville leads.
You can almost feel it. You can feel the tension building, feeling the heartbreak almost building over here on the Latta side. The Panthers are just full of energy.
Coleman doing a great job. Double service there as it gets dug out by Latta. 2 players on that one. They'll dig it to the back corner. Here's a set. Push over to the backside, dug out by one arm. And that was a kick. That's a good call on, I believe they got that on.
I think it was Atkins.
Atkins maybe, or Gully. I couldn't see, but it was a carry there, so it was a good call. Latta gets the point, Benji. Abbeville up 29, Latta with the service. But the key here, Stevens is a big loss for Latta right now.
Yep.
Almost a foot fault there, but they didn't see it. And they'll dink it over to Panthers. Latta has it set up. They'll try to put it away here. Tisdale off balance, dug, kept alive. They got an extra hit. There it is. The Latta gets it on the receiving part here at the net. Tough play. Lauren Murray puts it back down on the block. Latta stays alive. There's another block by Murray. It drops in. 21-9. Lauren Murray putting up the brick wall here for the Lady Panthers. They're 4 points away, Benji.
Jones checks out. Yates checks in. You got a Atkins serving. Tiller Byler on the back row. Gully Murray. Yates on front.
Serve. Spike. Took a little bit off of it. Great dig by Tiller again. That's Yates putting it in, and it's going to go out off the deflection. 22-9. Abbeville on top of Latta. Game 4, leading 2-1. Alla Atkins back serving for the Panthers. She's been awesome on the back half of this day. There's a dig that goes back to Abbeville. Panthers with a chance to put it away. Here's Lauren Murray. She'll dig, and the hole was wide open.
Wow.
Lots of water in that pool. 23-9, Abbeville leads. They're 2 points away.
All the momentum for the Panthers right now.
Atkins with a great serve dug out by the Vikings. They'll set it up. Tough, deep back serve here. They'll have to clear it. Atkins gets it. Byler with a tip. Murray pokes it in. Almost got it to drop again, but Latta digs it out. Double hit there. That's not going to clear. And it's 24-9 Abbeville. Ladies and gentlemen, Abbeville 1 point away from making history to become Class A state champions. Latta's going to call a timeout.
Panther faithful at full throat here at Dreer High School, Columbia. Oh my goodness, 24-9. I mean, you just feel like it's inevitable at this point.
And Benji, I go back to the fact, as much as we were bragging about Latta, all the effort, all of the work, all of the digs, I really think it's another case where Abbeville has just wore them down.
Yeah. And
Latta really just kind of operating a little bit on fumes here, trying to survive this thing. But, boy, go back to 2011. Privileged to be a coach on that girls' team.
Yep.
It's about time the Panthers get another girls' picture.
14 years later. Yeah.
Wow.
14 years
and they're
later.
1 point away. Here we go.
We're going to bring home another trophy. Bring it back to Titletown.
Let's go. Here we go. Ella Atkins. Fitting that she's the one back to serve. Atkins. Panther fans on their feet. Here's Atkins with the serve. Hits it deep. Latta puts it at the net. Blocked. A lot of contact here. Tiller will keep it alive. And they'll push it over. Latta with the opportunity here. Maybe to put it away. They'll dink it over. Murray, tough play. Hit over again. Latta keeps it alive. Can't put it away. Panthers with a dig. Here's an opportunity. Here's the set. Here's Murray. She dinks it in. That's going to do it. And Abbeville has won the Class A state championship. 25-9. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Goosebumps, man. Goosebumps. Watching these girls fight and scratch and claw all their way through the region into these playoffs. Had to go to Louisville, the defending champions, and beat them at their house. Come back in a 5-set fury against Dixie for the upper state championship. And, man, what an incredible Latta team that comes in here tonight. I mean, those girls were absolutely incredible. They fought their guts out.
Warriors. They were warriors.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But your Panthers are the 2025 1A Volleyball State Champions.
Yeah, this Latta team, this was their first appearance in a state championship game. 5 seniors on their team. Incredible, incredible effort. It really was that third game, Benji. They were up 18-11.
Yeah.
They had all the momentum.
Yeah.
Abbeville fired back, roared back, ended up winning it in extra points. And then Abbeville dominant here in this last game, and they put it away here. And
man, I'm just so happy for these seniors, you know. And I'm not going to start listing off who all are seniors because I'll mess that up. But the seniors on this team, and I know for a fact there's some juniors on this team that'll be back, even some freshmen that play big-time roles on this team as well. So this is not the end of the journey. I feel like this Panther volleyball program is really just now getting full steam, getting all the momentum, all the juice. And you're not going to – this isn't going to be the last time you see these Panthers in a state championship game.
Yeah, we're going to keep it right here, Benji.
Yep.
You can't chase away history here. Latta receiving the lower state championship trophy. Their coach now coming out. And a big round of applause. Great crowd on hand here for Latta. Great student section here for the Vikings. This is a town, this is a school that has a lot of pride in all their athletics. They're a great program.
Absolutely.
And
total class act, and, man, they play hard.
And they'll walk away here with a lower state championship and definitely an opportunity to get back to this game next season.
I just hope Maddie Stevens is okay. She played her heart out for this Latta team, and she's out there with them, but still noticeably hobbled, and you don't want to see anybody hurt under any circumstance. But congratulations on a hard-fought game to the Latta Vikings.
All right, so now we've got athletic director Maggie Jameson, Lori Bruton, the superintendent, Scott White, principal, out at the court to stand with Jerome Singleton, the commissioner of the high school league, as they will take a picture with that trophy. And the Panthers now will have the presentation officially. And Sarah Wojciechowski. How about Coach Wojo, man, coming to this program? Panthers have been building this thing. Coach Wojo able to come in here and get them over the top with this team effort. A team that was nothing pretty when you looked at them and the way they play, but boy, it's efficient, and boy, they make you earn everything. And they absolutely wore down Latta. And here are the Lady Panthers now meeting at the court. They're bouncing. They're holding that trophy up.